You want to be healthy. What goes into being healthy? We have like we have a goal, right? We have something we want to point at and be like, yeah, I want that, right? But then very few people actually break it down and into obtainable bits and discover what it is that they're actually trying to get. So in the case of becoming healthy, ask yourself, what is becoming healthy? Like, define it first. Understand what the fuck you're getting into. So in this case, you could be talking about mentally. You could be talking about spiritually. You could be talking about morally. You could be talking about, what was the other one? You could be talking about a bunch of different stuff. You could be talking about habitually. You could be talking about physically. You could be talking about just how you handle relationships and people in your life. You could be talking about financially. You could be talking about anything, right? And the funny thing about it, all of those things compound into each other. Alright, so if you're looking to get healthy and you want to become mentally healthy, you say, okay, no, I'm not going to exercise or anything. I'm not going to focus on all that. That's too complicated. I'm going to focus on solely mental health. The issue with that is it all compounds onto each other. So if you physically feel like shit, why would you get up and sit in the same spot for 5 minutes to meditate? You wouldn't, right? It would throw your mindset off. If you're not doing a part of it, you're going to realize that you're not doing a part of it. And if you have the awareness to realize that you're avoiding pain and you're avoiding the issue and you're avoiding a problem, then you're going to look at it and you're going to be like, shit. And you're going to lose confidence. You're going to be mentally thrown off your game. So by letting one area of your health slip or pass by, or you're just going to focus on a certain area, that's not really how it works. If you want to get the best results. A lot of people, when they focus on getting the best results, they think, okay, well, before I start, so that way I don't waste my time, I'm going to research this topic for a few months, right? Or they might think it would be for a couple days until they get it down, But the thing is, mental health, people have been studying, and philosophers spend like their entire fucking lives like studying it, like studying different ways of thinking and, healthy mindsets, and people spend their entire lives studying this stuff, is what I'm saying. And you think that you're going to research all of it and get the best possible way, and the most practical way and the most time efficient, perfect method in a couple weeks. That is in no way realistic. And I hate to be the one that breaks that to you. But it's not new. It's not new information. It's common sense. You just need someone to remind you. And I'm going to be that person. Now, you sitting there, the only thing you have to do is start. Okay? It doesn't matter how perfect you are at it. It doesn't matter how shit you are at it. You have to look like an asshole at first to be good at anything, right? When we're little kids, we fuck up and make mistakes all the time. Alright? When we're walking, we trip and fall on our asses or our faces. We bust our tooth on something once or twice, you know? We slip out of a couple chairs. We verbally fuck up all the time, right? Hell, some adults still even do that. But somewhere along the lines, we become ashamed of messing up, and we become afraid of messing up. And so we avoid it. But that's how we grow. And when you're avoiding it, you create all sorts of excuses for yourself. And then you try to become you become negative and you become self-doubtful. And honestly, rightfully so. If you feel like a dumbass, if you feel like you're unskilled, if you feel like you're worthless, chances are there's a reason you feel like that. And honestly, the self-hatred might not be misplaced. It might not be this random thing, you know? Take some level of responsibility for it. Even if other people have been, you think other people are to blame largely for it, or even contribute to it at all. Take some sort of responsibility for it. I've gotten quite off topic, but I tend to do this a bit, so this is my practice for trying to become being able to stay on topic, because all of these problems, all of the whole motivation, discipline, working out, how many sets should I do, what's the perfect rep range, how long should I meditate for, how many books should I read, this, what's the mindset that I should hold on this, all of it, all of mental health and all of being healthy combines into each other, and they all filter in to the same problems. Chances are, the reason why you find it so complicated, and you say, I have bad mental health, and then you leave it at that, and you point at it and use it as an excuse, is because you never explore it. You never, break it down into little bits, like your goal, like we just did with your goal, you know, to be healthy. You have mental health, you have physical health, and you can break those further down. So physical health, cardio, resistance training, flexibility, and then with mental health, you got fucking intelligence, relations, social relations, how you treat yourself, mental processes, your whole fucking philosophy, the perspectives you carry, the biases you hold. You know, there's a whole plethora of stuff, and it all affects each other. So don't neglect any part of it. Otherwise, you'll be severely limiting yourself in what you can do. Alright, the best thing to do is to just jump in the fucking deep end. It's gonna suck. You might drown. You might swallow a little water, right? But it'll pay off. And you'll learn how to float, you'll learn how to tread, then you'll learn how to swim. And then you'll learn how to get out of the pool and dive back in. And I think I've exhausted that analogy, but God. If you're thinking of motivation as this abstract thing that that's like this mystical thing that can come and go and you can't really harness it at all, that's bullshit, and I'm going to tell you why. So the entirety of discipline has to do with, well, why do people do stuff in the first place? It's because they want, well, they do it out of discomfort. Nature, okay, when I was studying, like, if you studied chemistry in high school, right? I don't know if your teacher ever told you this, but nature does things the easiest way possible. So that means we do things based off of discomfort. If chemicals and molecules and elements bond to each other based off of what's easiest and what finds the best balance, and we're made up of chemicals and molecules and elements, what's deferring us from that rule, right? All of nature follows that rule. That's how evolution happened. It's an element to why evolution happened, but get it? Oh, okay. Yeah. If everything is done based off of discomfort and convenience, why do you do the things that you do now? Say you're in class and you're feeling hungry. Are you going to open up your lunchbox, take out the meal that was pre-cooked for you, go to the microwave, take off the lid, put it in the microwave, and start it and wait for a couple minutes? Or are you going to walk up to the vending machine and get like a snack that tastes really, really good? You're probably going to go to the vending machine. Or if you already have a snack, you're going to eat that. That's because the discomfort of having to sit there and wait for a couple minutes, maybe you have like some sort of social anxiety. So you're sitting there at the microwave and you're just kind of like scared about people like staring at you or something. Or, you just feel awkward standing there. A, don't stand there like it, B, get over it. Or, it's probably not the best example to use, but it can be used anywhere in life. The only thing that's stopping you from doing the good habits is that the good habits are usually less rewarding or less valuable, I guess, because the formula of value has to do with how convenient something is. And when something's not convenient, it doesn't matter. Okay, say there's a Walmart like 5 miles down the road and a Dollar General 2 miles down the road. You can get the same thing at both stores. You're going to go to Dollar General. Now, most people, a way that this can be applied is that most people see food as all the same thing, right? They just see it as a comfort, a way to enjoy a taste of something, a way to fuel their body. They don't actually have like any knowledge about nutrition and what different things do to you and the effect that they have on you, right? So, and how your body uses the energy, and if it uses the energy. So they're obviously going to choose the easier option. And Walmart in this case would be the food that you have to cook. You have to go out of your way to get it. But Dollar General is the packaged, pre-made option that's right there in front of you. And it's easier to get. So it's obvious that you're going to pick the easier option. Because they're both the same thing, right? That's what most people think. And that's how most people live their lives, whether you're conscious of it or not. So how you actually get some of the harder options done, or the healthy alternatives, is put the discomfort and convenience. Put the convenience of the good habits higher. Right? So if it's cooking, set out the pan on the stove. Make sure you have the ingredients in the refrigerator. Set out everything the night before. Bring out the seasonings that you'll need the night before. Learn how to cook an easier meal. You don't have to go all out and make like a masterclass chili or something. Fuck up a little, make mistakes. That's how you learn how to cook. That's how you learn how to do anything. You have to look like an asshole at first to be good at anything. And honestly, if you've been avoiding pain for this long, and if you've been avoiding looking like an asshole for this long, then you're probably not going to be good at too much, So you probably deserve to look like an asshole a little bit. You've had it this long being comfortable. It's time to look like an asshole, right? Embrace it and jump in the deep end, right? Get it over with. It's gonna suck. It's okay. You can make it less sucky. There are ways. You can't avoid the pain completely. You're going to feel it. But you deserve it, probably. Most likely. So, make the easy options that are up here, that are already convenient, like the sugared foods, video games and stuff. You have to bring that down because it's going to be hard to bring these up to the same level, right? Yeah, so what you do is you take the ones that's already high and bring them down. How do you do that? It's already packaged, it's already cooked. What are you going to do? Uncook it? Repackage it? Nah. So, generate awareness. Awareness is a fucking curse. Because once you have the awareness about something, if you let it slip or if you do something that goes against that awareness, or you're going to feel like shit. And you're going to feel bad, negative emotions. And bad, negative emotions like shame, guilt, anger, they're good. Like, they have their purpose. Don't fucking neglect them or hate on them. They're helping you. Right? If you feel that way, there's a reason you feel that way. Figure out the reason. And don't just blindly try to make yourself feel better. Because it will backfire. If you don't believe me, look around at everyone around you. When they distract themselves, how do they feel afterwards? A little bit better, but then the same problem occurs 2 weeks later down the line. Same fucking issue, right? And the video games helps a little bit less. Then they have to play more games to get the same result. Or switch games to get the same result. Or add more friends to get the same result. Or add drugs to get the same result. Or add food to get the result. Or energy drinks, or candy, or some other shit like that, yeah? So, come here. Yeah. That's about the gist of it. With video games, go watch and do some research, read a book maybe, listen to an audiobook, watch a video, a brief video, read a quick summary on Google why video games aren't good for you. Go a little bit further in depth. And as you learn about different parts of life, fitness, anything, different parts of chemistry, random bits of biology, psychology, chemical bonding, you will see connections, and it will strengthen your awareness. Toby, come on. And after you strengthen your awareness, when you do those good or bad habits, they'll become less convenient. You'll associate negative feelings with them. They'll become less convenient for you because you'll see that, holy shit, I feel horrible after I do that. It mentally curses me. So maybe, just maybe, I might not want to do it anymore. And so what was once up here slowly comes down here And what was down here slowly comes up here. And once you have that awareness, you're never going to get rid of it unless you get like amnesia or something. But, you know, then you can just... it's going to be a struggle. But do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Goodbye.